In celebration of Black History Month, we introduce you to a man who's responsible for bringing some big names to the Broadway stage. Brian Anthony Moreland is making a difference while making history as the only Black lead producer. He spoke to Dave Carlin about what it takes.
The Barrymore Theater. This theater, it's my third time being here.
Third show
Here.
Brian Anthony Moreland is at home on Broadway as lead producer.
Here's Wally.
Hey,
Hi, Wally.
Nice to see you
Nice
again.
to see you again, Wally.
Welcome back.
Last season's Othello starred Denzel Washington and Jake Gyllenhaal. August Wilson's The Piano Lesson in 2022 starred Samuel L. Jackson, John David Washington, and Danielle Brooks. And now, Joe Turner's Come and Gone.
We're going back and restoring this show back at its original theater, the Barrymore Theater.
Oscar nominee Taraji P. Henson will make her Broadway debut as Bertha.
Taraji was the first choice and the last choice because she said yes immediately. It happened to be a play that she personally loves, and she also personally loves August Wilson.
Cedric the Entertainer co-stars as Seth, and Debbie Allen will direct the revival. But a key role in all of this is the lead producer.
And these are the ones that sign their name to the SEC. They are the ones that go and talk with the theater owners. They are the ones that are really at the steering wheel on the day-to-day basis. And they are the ones that find the work and have the conversation with the talent and hire that talent and come up with a marketing plan and really raise all the capital for a production. You eat, sleep, and breathe your show. Aside from being financially responsible, my sole purpose is to simply create an environment that everyone else can be successful. That's it.
How have you managed to pick them right over and over again?
I like to be entertained. I like a variety of entertainment.
I can't wait for the day when my skin isn't a novelty and our story isn't synonymous with poverty.
Thoughts of a Colored Man was a journey that was very close to my heart. I wanted to be in that play when I first read it.
Moreland says it took 5 years to bring Thoughts of a Colored Man to Broadway. In October of 2021, it was one of the shows that helped reopen Broadway after the pandemic.
I had never read a story about 7 Black men being discussed in this particular fashion. And that was a story I felt like it must be seen, it has to be seen, and I have to do it. I think about those 7 men in that barber shop, and I think about the fact that I still have never seen a story told like that. We were in the middle of the pandemic, Broadway had been shut down, George Floyd had been murdered, and now there's this play.
His passion for theater came at an early age.
One day I had a teacher in my 3rd grade call my mother and say, "Can Brian do the school play?" My mother said yes. Then she said, "Will you make the costume?" My mother said yes. From that point on, if you wanted to talk to me about anything outside of theater, it just wasn't going to happen.
After starting out on stage as a performer, Morland happily pivoted to working behind the scenes, including as a dresser on the Broadway musical A Bronx Tale. In 2024, he produced a successful revival of the popular musical The Wiz, which is still touring around the country. And in 2025, Othello broke box office records as the top-grossing revival play in theater history.
But Othello was really successful because it was the right time. It had been 40 years since Othello had been done on Broadway. Denzel Washington was only the 3rd Black man to play that role in history. I like to sit in the back row.
Why?
Because it gives me a chance to listen to people. It gives me a chance to go, okay, I know what they're up to. I know how they're feeling. I can hear them.
In a sense, Morland is like a ringmaster.
It's not just the show you see on the stage. There's a show backstage.
He's grateful for the people who have influenced and inspired him.
I stand on the shoulders of those previous producers who have been there.
In 1898, Robert Cole became the first Black producer on Broadway, casting Black performers. More than a century later, Morland joins a short list. He recalls a backstage conversation with former Vice President Kamala Harris.
She says, "I know that you're the only Black lead producer of this season." I said, "I am." And she said to me, "I want you to know that when you sit in those rooms, you sit for all of us."
And before the curtain rises, Morland is working tirelessly behind the scenes.
When I get to an opening night and I see an audience, I'm usually pacing in the back, and I see an audience applaud for this company, it's the most rewarding feeling in the world.
The latest Dream Team, put together by Morland, Joe Turner's Come and Gone, begins Broadway previews March 30th. In the Theater District, Dave Carlin, CBS News, New York.